This thing is attached to Mia's soul. We're gonna have to kill her.
Mom?
Mommy's with the maggots now.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Gray Media. Josh here, checking in on you on a hump day. How you doing out there? I'm kind of sick of saying YouTube land, so I'm just going to say what's up, dude. It's good to see you. I missed you. Let's check in briefly about this brand new Evil Dead Burn trailer. Not Evil Dead Rise, not 2013's Evil Dead, another spinoff. Hopefully it's in the woods somewhere. Hopefully it's in a cabin. I can't tell based on the image, the teaser that I watched, and I don't really watch a lot of trailers, but this thing was playing before The Mummy, so let's break it down. I'm going to talk really fast because I'm pretty excited. To kind of recap, to go back in time, the first Evil Dead is one of my favorite films of all time. I do not cover it because I don't have the editing skills or the 2 hours necessary to make this how I want it to look. So I adore this movie. It's one of my first purchases ever as a little kid from a Kmart for $6.99. Dude, one of the best movies. Sacred. Absolutely. I've got a bunch of tattoos based on. I fucking love the Evil Dead. Worship it. Evil Dead 2, just as much. More zany. Better soundtrack, right? Crazy camera effects. Army of Darkness, I was not such a fan of because I watched that in order. So when I watched that at 13 or 14, I was like, the Deadites are supposed to be scary. There's nothing aggressive about this at all. What is this Shop Smart, Shop S Smart? I love Ash Williams. What the fuck is going on? I was so confused. Of course, I've grown to love it. And then we got on to the 2013 Fade Alvarez Evil Dead. Now, let me tell you something. I went and watched this opening night in the theaters. My buddy Mike and his now wife Gina, and this was actually with my best friend Mike. And anyway, my wife, this was our first movie ever. She loves this movie because of it. This was a nasty, mean-spirited film that I think absolutely works. It's one of the most shocking movies I've ever seen in the theater, and it still holds up. This has nasty intentions, nasty blood effects. It's just mean-spirited. There's not really any comedic relief except for those people open up the Necronomicon. What do you think was going to happen when you read from the comic? Then we got to Evil Dead Rise, okay? In Evil Dead Rise, I went with my little brother, and we both kind of walked out of I wonder, that was a lot at the end. The Jabberwocky, all that stuff for 20 minutes. I don't really love the kids in this movie, but there is enough stuff to glean from. I actually really love the cameo from Bruce Campbell talking about, when he's on the tapes and stuff. Beth was a great character, but why can't we have Jane Levy, Beth, all connected to the new movie, this new Evil Dead Burn that is coming out July 10th, if you've been living under a rock. That was supposed to come out July 24th, but they had such great test screenings, I guess, in February. In New Zealand, I think it wrapped up, that they moved this up 2 weeks. They were so excited for it. That means you should be excited for it. I'm fucking excited for it. What I can say is the trailer, it's fine. I'm not really freaking out like everybody else, but I am freaking out because how do you say his name? Vanacek. He did Infested, that creature feature, the French movie from 2024. Absolutely incredible movie. Nasty, mean-spirited. He's a big fan of French Extremity as well. So he's got free reign to do whatever he wants, sans Sam Raimi. So for us horror fans, there's a reason to be excited for this. There's a reason to hope for a movie that is going to bring back the original, gore and mean-spiritedness of 2013. Call me crazy. I think that that's exactly what this horror franchise needs, because I think in Evil Dead Rise, we got a little bit cutesy. I still like Cronin's Evil Dead Rise, but I don't love it. I think I'm just above mixed. I'm like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I've come to enjoy it, but yeah, it's not the same as 2013. So all I'm really hoping from this new film is that maybe we can get back to basics a little bit. Maybe we can go back to a cabin. If they're not, that's fine, but I don't really want a family. am I fucked up for saying that? Like, I don't really care about your family dynamics and all that stuff. Like, I've heard that they're trying to resurrect somebody from the dead, and of course the Deadites, they're reading from the Necronomicon. Anytime you just get to have the Necronomicon in a film, we should be grateful, because it's just such an important part of horror legacy, and there's really not a bad movie here. So I'm gonna remain pretty optimistic, and I know that guy's other movie is really, really good, and if he gets free reign to just really make what he wants, I think that we have a lot of good things to shoot for. I know people want the wackiness and the zaniness of the Evil Dead to come back. I know people want these all to be connected in the same universe. And I know people want Bruce Campbell to come back. I know he's struggling with some cancer stuff. Shout out to you, man. Hope you're doing well. We know we're gonna... I would love to... I just want to be... I want to be impressed with this movie, but I want it to at least be as good as Evil Dead Rise. And that felt really slick, felt really polished, while still being kind of hardcore. But compared to 2013, I feel like it was just really tame. Call me crazy. I'm really, really excited for this new Evil Dead Burn, though, and I hope that based on the trailer and based on the director, we can get into some of that mean-spiritedness. I really want to talk about... My phone keeps going off and it's pissing me off. Can't have that for the taping, but Evil Dead Burn... It's hard to know what's going to be, man. It's really hard to know, because all you really get is a woman in a house. Now, it's cool. It looks like it's a bigger house from outside. It almost kind of looks like San Francisco, unfortunately. But they come in, and she's just kind of sitting on the floor, and there's like all this like banging around. There's people levitating. There's things being thrown. It looks like her friend's in trouble. There is some sort of Deadite, but we don't really get a lot of context or clues as to what's happening. But it's not enough to be like, oh, this does it for me. Evil Dead is back, baby. It's so back. I still feel like we need this as a horror community to be fucking nasty. We need it to be mean. I don't want any character development in this movie. I don't want to care about the characters. I just want them to die. That's it. I want this to be unflinching pain, suffering, and I want to feel like it's a little bit possessed, and it could possess me. That's what's so cool about the Evil Dead, man, and that might be fucked up to say, but the Evil Dead always felt like something that was going to go so hardcore and so far out of left field that you could not even comprehend how to get out of the situation that Ash Williams always finds himself in. It could be your girlfriend that's fucking obsessed and possessed and under the fucking... It could be Cheryl down in the cellar. You could read from a fucking tape. You could have a lot of fucking problems out in the woods, man, that just a couple of beers are not going to fix. And I hope that we get back to basics with Evil Dead Burn. I'm remaining optimistic. I hope you guys are as well. Let me know in the comments, man. I know a lot of people love Evil Dead Rise. I want to love it, but I feel like 2013 is actually like almost a perfect movie, and it's just kind of a letdown. And unfortunately, I do have those nerves about this being like stylized, Hollywoodized, like a little bit too polished. I want to like throw up from an Evil Dead movie again. I want to be disgusted. I want to be shocked. I want to scare my wife. I don't want her to like it. That's the Evil Dead to me, man. I want to piss people off, piss off the neighbors, man. Guys, if you're new here, you know what to do. Like, comment, talk some shit down there. Subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with an enemy. I'm going to try to come back and cover a new movie that I just watched that's really, really short. It's a found footage. It's about police involvement. It's kind of mixed with people. Some people are saying it's horrible. I thought it was pretty damn good. So I'm going to be covering that on Friday. Those are the clues. Until next time. Take great care. I talk so fast. I'm pretty excited about the Evil Dead if you can't tell.